Big things are happening over at Garmin, and if you're using one of their newer watches, especially the 2025 lineup, this update is actually a pretty big deal. Garmin just rolled out a public beta update that quietly adds around 25 new features, and some of them completely change how you interact with your watch day to day. What's interesting here is that this isn't just one of those updates where you get a couple of small tweaks and call it a day. This one feels like Garmin really sat down and thought about how people actually use their watches. You can tell this update is more about improving the overall experience, not just adding flashy features for the sake of it. One of the standout additions is the brand new Battery Manager. This isn't just a basic battery percentage screen anymore. Now you can actually see how your battery drains over time, what was happening on your watch at different moments, and which features were active when the battery dropped faster. You can scroll back through your usage history and clearly spot things like workouts, sleep tracking, GPS use, LTE connections, and even idle time. It turns battery life from a mystery into something you can actually understand and control. What really makes this feature impressive is how interactive it is. When you see something using a lot of battery, you can tap straight into that setting and change it right there. No digging through menus, no guessing. If you want to turn off phone connectivity, tweak heart rate tracking, or adjust sensors, it's all just a couple of taps away. That kind of design is something Garmin hasn't always been known for, so seeing it here is honestly refreshing. Beyond battery tracking, Garmin also added several display upgrades. Always-on display now shows seconds even when your wrist is down, which makes the watch feel more like a true timepiece. There are also new color display modes, especially helpful at night, giving you more control over how information appears on screen. On top of that, Garmin has cleaned up its accessibility options by grouping them into one place, making things easier to find and manage. Sleep tracking also gets a nice boost with this update. Features that were previously limited to certain models are now rolling out more widely, including smarter sleep timing guidance and better sleep insights. Some of these features take time to build up accurate data, so you won't see everything immediately, but once they're fully active, they add a lot of value for people who care about recovery and daily readiness. Another surprisingly useful addition is the new Sports Scores widget. You can follow different leagues, pick teams by city, and quickly check upcoming games or final scores right from your wrist. It's simple, clean, and actually makes sense to use on a watch, which isn't always the case with sports features. There's also a new voice settings menu that pulls all voice-related features into one spot. This includes things like cycling alerts, which seem designed to improve safety during rides. While Garmin hasn't explained every detail yet, it's clear they're expanding how voice feedback works across activities. What's also important here is how Garmin delivered this update. For the first time, multiple watch models received the public beta on the same day with the same software version. That's because Garmin has now unified these watches under a shared code base. The result is more consistency across devices, even if not every feature is enabled on every model. Of course, this update is still in public beta, so you'll need to enroll your watch to try it out. And not every feature will appear on every watch, even if it's technically part of the same update. Some things may be hidden, missing from release notes, or turned on gradually. Overall, this feels like one of Garmin's most meaningful updates in a long time. It's practical, well-designed, and focused on making the watch smarter without making it more complicated. If this is the direction Garmin is heading for its 2025 watches, that's a very good sign. If you're someone who cares about battery life, usability, and real-world features you'll actually use, this update is absolutely worth checking out.